Okay, so if you are watching this video, it's probably because you need some help with solving equations with variables on both sides. Also, if you were absent on Wednesday, September 2nd, this is the notes that we took in class. I am going to take a grade on this, so I'll work a couple problems, but you need to make sure that you come in and that this is completed so that you can put your answers into the calculator so you can receive a grade for it. We're going to start with this first problem. Notice how we have an x on this side and an x on this side. Our goal is to get x by itself. We don't want any numbers with it. We want a positive 1x. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to look and say, okay, which side has more x's? This side over here has more x's, so we're going to put x's on the left, numbers on the right. Notice I've already drawn your railroad tracks. You must be balanced, so what you do on one side, you have to do to the other side. Alright, so you can start with letters or number first. It doesn't matter. I'm going to start with numbers first. So I want to keep my 8x here. So I'm going to change, and I want to get rid of this too. Now when we get rid of something, we take it to 0. So the opposite of subtraction is addition. Also, you can think of it as this way. If I'm in the hole $2, if I want to make it 0, I have to add $2. So that guy becomes 0, so I'm going to put a big Z. You also have to do it over here. You must add 2 to this side. Now, I'm not going to add it to 7x because that has an x, and this too does not have an x with it. They are not like terms. Okay, so then I bring down my 8x over here, bring down my equal sign, negative 9 plus 2, okay, it's still going to be negative, so a negative 7, and then I have my plus 7x. Now we're not finished because we have to get all of our x's on one side. So I'm going to keep my negative 7 here, and I'm going to say, okay, I have a positive 7x, so what I want to do is I want to make this go to 0. So in order to make a positive go to 0, we have to do the opposite and subtract 7x, so that becomes a 0, minus 7x over here. So 8x minus 7x gives me x. Oh look, there's our positive 1, and we bring down our negative 7. So x equals negative 7. You can always take this and plug it back in and check it. Okay. On some of these other ones, for example, the one right below it, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to remember, okay, it's not just a symbol that's in front of this. What this means is negative 1 times 7 minus 4x equals 9. So we have our pool. You've got to save your babies first, then work out the problem. Okay, looking at number, this I guess would be number 5. Okay, we have 4m minus 4 equals 4m. Okay, let's get all of our m's on one side, all of our numbers on the other. So, let's see. We have the same amount of m's over here. Well, it doesn't really matter which way you choose, but I'm going to go ahead and take this m and bring it over here because I don't want to do anything with that 4. So I'm going to subtract 4m because that gives me 0. It's taking the opposite of it. And then subtract 4m over here. So I end up with this. 4m minus 4m gives me 0. We lost all of our m's. So what that means is that this is a no solution. Okay. Similarly, on some of these other problems over here, for example, we have this problem. You're going to have to distribute over there. If you look at this problem, if you notice, I have a 5p here and a 3p here. We can combine our like terms. So 5p plus 3p gives me 8p. I have my minus 8, my equals, and my p minus 1. So it kind of simplifies it a little bit. This is our combining our like terms. So don't forget to do that as well. On the back of your paper, you have some scary problems that look like this. Okay. These are, you're doing the same exact thing. You're always taking the opposite operation. So I'm going to start with this one first. Okay. We have our v plus 9 divided by 3 is 8. So some number plus 9 divided by 3 equals 8. So I ask myself, okay, I want to get rid of this 3 over here. So I think, what is the opposite of division? Oh, multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. Why I do that is because 3 over 3 is 1. Now I know my 1 looks kind of funky, but it does equal 1. And then we have 8 times 3. So we're left with v plus 9 equals 8 times 3. Okay, we want to get our b by itself, so we have to subtract 9, because a positive 9 minus 9 gives me 0, and we subtract 9 over here. So then we have b equals, okay, we look at our number, 24 is greater than 9, so my answer is going to be positive, so then you could subtract 24 minus 9, and you would get 15. There's our answer. Okay. The same thing is going to be true for this guy over here. It's a little bit different because I have this 2 over here and it's not being divided by 4. So what you want to do first is you want to get this to the other side and leave this alone so that we can multiply. So I'm going to subtract 2 over here, so that becomes 0, and then I'm going to subtract 2 over here. So negative 2 minus 2, I get more negative. And then we have equals v divided by 4. Okay, opposite of division, we got to get rid of that. So we multiply by 4. And that becomes a 1, okay? So I'll put my 1 there. And then you have to do the same thing over here, so you have to multiply that. So 4 times a negative 4 is going to give me negative 16 equals v. Now if you notice, it's not written the same way that we see it normally. Normally we have v equals 15, but we can just rewrite it. These are the same thing, okay? They're the same thing. You have some challenge questions at the bottom. Okay, again, you're going to be saving your babies. You're going to be getting x by itself. Okay, you're going to be solving it. You know that you have to solve it because we have that equal sign. Okay, if you have any more questions, just let me know. Make sure you come in before or after school so that we can put your answers into the calculator so that we can get you your grade.